Hello, this is Adrona Charlotte. Today, I want to talk about what women want from men. My intuition tells me that women, we want to be loved and cared for and pampered and all of that. We want men to be men, first of all, but we really want security. At the end of the day, it has nothing to do with sex. I have gone quite a while without sex, okay? And then I think back to when I never had sex and how long I lived before I even knew about it, So it's not sex, A lot of men think that that's what it is, that women are just interested in getting done, if you will. But that's not true. I guarantee you, women want sex 10 times, 20 times, 30 times less than men do. Okay? Even if those ratios are bad, whatever. Men want sex a lot more than a woman does because a woman thinks about goals and futuristic things and, what's next, So, it's not sex, it's security. A lot of men want to provide, and the women who are looking to be provided for are looking for those men. The generation that we're in now, the millennials, which I'm a millennial. Yeah, I was born in '86. I'm a millennial, whatever. But I still will pick up a VCR and use it, okay? I'm that kind of millennial. But a lot of men that are here today are just clueless about what women want. They think that a woman wants to be a dude. They think that a woman wants to go find a job. I saw somebody the other day who just swears he's in love with me and, he told me he would wait on me, And in my mind, I was like, for what? What you waiting on? Like, I'm not going to be waiting on you, Let me tell you the character of this person. Now, in his heart, he's right in the way that he thinks and everything, but he's from the hood and, he did a little bit of time, a lot of time, and, he thinks that women should work and that, there's that bring this and that to the table type of conversation and everything. And so when I saw him, I was at the courthouse for a reason. And then when he talked to me, he was just like, one of the things he asked me was, what are you doing for work? I don't work. Do I look like I work? Do I need to be going to work? Because if I was with him, basically I would be working. Men who want a woman to be, a worker, they're looking for an unhappy woman. Because women who work for people, at places for however long, grocery stores, working at Costco's or Sam's Club, or working in warehouses, truck drivers. These women are not happy and they're not willing to give you sex because they're emotionally drained. They're not stimulated as much as a woman, would be if she was able to be an artist. A woman that's a makeup artist, like somebody who does makeup all day. She loves to do makeup. She loves to do hair. She loves to, she's a child care provider by nature. Not a mother, but a child care provider by nature. She wants to own a daycare center, or she has a daycare center. Or, a woman that works at the homeless shelter by choice. Women who do things that are, you know, that they want to do are happier, you know, may have better sex too, you know. Women who have, you know, goals that they are able to achieve, you know, probably have better sex. But men, like that man, you know, go and ask a woman, oh, what are you doing, you know, as far as you working, and they expect an answer because they're working. They can't stand the fact that women shouldn't, like, why would you let your woman go out? Your woman. Why would you let her go out to somewhere where men can follow her home, where men can pursue her, you know, where men are able to harass her and just, you know, get advances when they're especially when they're unwanted advances, you know. A lot of men, and call me old school, a lot of men who have a career or who are retired or who have, you know, a wise head on their shoulders, you know, don't want their women out of the house like that. You know, they get their women and they keep them in the house, or they go out with them, you know, in certain ways, you know, because they are able to give them what they want, or they're at home, you know. With me, with everything that I want, I can, you know, we're gonna go and go get it. All I have to do is speak. I'm not going to go work like a man and go get it. The person that was at the courthouse, you know, by him telling me he's gonna wait on me, you know, I thought that was interesting. I don't know, I just thought that was interesting. When we sat down, and we were talking, because it's somebody that I know, you know, but it's someone that I'm not going to date, and he will be waiting for nothing, literally. But we were talking, and he told me that his father and mother were living with him, and that his mother was moving out. His father and mother had been married upon a time, but his mother was going to find another apartment. She was getting approved for some other apartment, and his father needed to find somewhere else to go. He was just talking to me, whatever, about, you know, his living situation, etc. But he needed to find somewhere else to go because they were, you know, separating completely. And I was like, well, are they married? Were they married? And he was like, yeah, they were married about 10 years ago, 10 years prior. And they only stayed married for a year and a half. And I was like, why did they get divorced? And he said, financial problems. His mother told told the father, I don't know if it's his stepfather or whoever, I think that it's his stepfather, I don't think it's his actual father, but he told, his mother told the father that she was not okay with giving half of her check to him. And so they ended up getting a divorce. Now, I'm assuming that they got married under the pretense that they would be sharing, you know, money. And he apparently wanted, you know, her money to a point where she wasn't comfortable, and they got divorced. But I thought to myself, like, you know, that's what a lot of men are doing out here. They're marrying these women. Like, okay, you want to get married? Well, they want to marry a roommate. They don't want to marry somebody who's going to be their wife and be an actual counterpart. But they want to marry a man. Some man that's going to be able to work and pull in the workload and put in more work than they are. Clean, cook, have sex, you know, do laundry, and go to work, and get pregnant, and have kids, and bake cookies on Sundays. You know, just basically 2 jobs. They want to be the dependent, you know. They want the woman to be the mother and the father, and they be the child with a little bit of input, you know. But when it comes time for certain things, they want to step up and be the man when it comes to an argument and win the conversation and wear their masculine badge. You know, I'm the man of the house. But, you know, if you're the man of the house, you should be able to take care of manly things. You know, women have a job already by getting pregnant, first of all, carrying your legacy. There's so many children that can come from, you know, a woman. And then I think about when a woman gets pregnant, how a man wants to kind of lay off of her a little bit because she's pregnant and he knows that she can't work. She's on maternity leave, and he kind of like, you know, gives her a break because she's with child at that point. But in essence, that's the woman altogether. She's always with child, okay? Women are always with child. You shouldn't give her a break because now she's big and she can't fit through the door. You know, all of a sudden you're acknowledging that she's tired and all of that. You know, I can't stand that. I also don't like when men know that women are on their periods, menstrual cycles, or that time of the month, whatever. They don't like to acknowledge that it's that time and that that women are having emotional distresses or changes in their hormones. Men don't like, or men that I've come across, a lot of men don't want to acknowledge that women are crying because they're emotional and because they're having, you know, their period. You know, they don't want to acknowledge that, you know, it's that time for them to be alone, or that maybe they don't need to be alone and they need to, you know, they need to have a little bit of a rant, or they need to, I don't know, go off a little bit. You know, it's a highly emotional time for women when they're on their periods. But I've just heard men be like, that ain't no excuse. There's no excuse that you on your period, that you get to act like that. Get to act like that. In my experiences, I have noticed that men act like they act like when they're little boys. When there's a brother and a sister, and the sister's getting more attention than the brother because she's a girl. The boys don't like that. Or the girl gets, you know, certain things because she's a female. The boys will try to run and hit her, or punch her, or, you know, be mean to her, or call her names and everything, because they're jealous. Very jealous of the ability to get things, you know, that the guys can't get. But it's not even that the guys can't get it. It's just different things that the guys get. There are two different sets of treats, okay? The cat and the dog. The dog gets the dog treats, and the cat gets the cat treats. The dog can't eat the cat treats, and the cat can't eat the dog treats because they're not for one another. That's how it goes, okay? So anyway, these little boys grow up and they do not get the mental maturity that they, you know, that they should have, because their mother departed from their father, and their mother, you know, babied them so much that they never knew that they were supposed to become a man. But they grow up and become physically abusive to women because they think they're supposed to get everything that the girl is supposed to get, you know. They think that their parents are showing favoritism, or they think that the society, they believe that society is showing favoritism because of the women. No, the women are honored because of who they are, okay? Because without those women, you can't carry on your legacy. You can't have sex, you know, I mean, you can, if you know what I mean, but don't Don't do that. You know, you need women for a multitude of reasons, you know. Women are elegant and they're, you know, very fragile creatures, and you have to respect and honor them for us. So, you know, women want men to understand those facts, the facts that they want to be respected, they want to be secured. You know, all these men out here tricking these women into getting in bed and then not giving them anything, such as, you know, any type of security whatsoever, and then get mad when the woman wants to ask. The woman has the audacity to ask me, you know, the man for something. And the men are like, you know, the women think that they deserve, you know, X, Y, and Z because I had sex with that person. Incorrect. The women do deserve, and the women should get, because, you know, if you have sex with another man and you try to carry on a legacy, guess what's gonna happen? It's not gonna happen. So, you know, a lot of families, you know, minority families are living in these apartment complexes with absent fathers. You know, they're absent because of poverty, you know, and they get, you know, I won't say men won't get an excuse necessarily to leave the facility, the place that their child is, because of the structure of the unit that they're living in, such as HUD housing, which don't really promote. They don't promote men living with the families, the women and the children. You know, they want the men on child support and separated from the children so that the women have to raise the children and work, etc., etc. I'm not going to say that, you know, that it's all men's fault for not being there for their children, etc., because, matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that it's the men's fault as far as the minorities are concerned. You're not a minority. You don't, you know, in your children's lives, I don't have nothing to say to you, but I'm speaking on the minority families that stay in the hood, or stay in the projects, or stay in, you know, these subdivisions and have no fathers around. You know, they're not able to be taught, you know, how men are supposed to treat women. And then the men are running amok, you know, getting more women pregnant, you know, and helping the child support system get money, you know, for the child support system and then the child, you know, and creating more and more division, you know. So anyway, I won't say it's completely the men's faults, you know, but if more men were to read books, and I'm not talking about scrolling up on some iPad, okay, or on your phone, if men were to go to the library or go somewhere and pick up a book that tells them, you know, the etiquette of a father, you know, or a way to be a man, you know, what your mama didn't teach you, those kinds of books, you know, from the 1940s, etc. Oh my God. Yeah. 1940s, 1930s, the 1800s, you know, back before they had all this crap going on, you know, with subdivisions, etc. You know, I think that men would learn a little bit more if they did their own research. They did their own research on, you know, the attitudes and behaviors of our forefathers, be them minorities or not, men in general, then, you know, there would be a drastic change, maybe, you know, in at least a couple of people's minds, you know, or watch YouTube videos on how women are being treated nowadays from their perspective, and, you know, figure out solutions on how to change those things in your own lives pass the word, to your brothers and cousins, etc. Or, watch videos on, you know, what wealthy men are doing. Because, you can change your circumstances by knowledge. If you know something, you can change things quickly. Goodness. So, anyway, what women want is not necessarily love. Like, some women want love, but once they find out what love really is, which is a trick to procreate, that's just me, maybe. They want security after that. Because with love, after you have that love, when I say love, I mean like, physical attraction and sex and romance and dining and alcohol, those things. Once you have those things and they're all gone down the drain, what are you left with? A child? Love leaves. Security doesn't. So women want security. Women would like for men to provide for them in, above and beyond ways, to be honest. If you want women to stay, because there's a lot of women out here, but there's a lot of men out here too. You want your woman to stay, you have to be able to provide. And I don't mean going to go get her nails done once a month and thinking you're doing something, because that's nothing, okay? What I'm saying is, open up a bank account for her, get her some money, give her some money, okay? Don't try to make her just sit here and depend on you for everything that she needs, Open up the bank account, give her some money. That's some security. Deposit some money, because if you don't, somebody else will, and you're losing your chances of, her staying. I don't care how much you like her, when you feel lost, you feel lost, period. It don't matter, how much you wanted her, basically, even if you just want her a very little bit. When she leaves, you're going to feel that loss. It's going to be a little tinge of pain. You don't want to feel that, even just a little one. It's like when you get your shot, you get a shot, you don't really want to feel that shot, When it's time to do the shot, though, you're going to feel it. You don't really want to feel that, so you can avoid it. You can try to avoid it. Some people don't like needles, So dropping money in the bank account, going to buy her shoes, clothes, business stuff, if she's trying to do a business, open up, if you got it, open up a little shop for her to run in there and do her business. If she do hair, send her to school for doing hair and pay for it, What else? As far as food is concerned, go buy her meals. Buy her meals. If you don't have a job, then you shouldn't be trying to get a lady. Anyway, especially not getting a lady pregnant. Don't guilt trip her either, okay? I hate that men try to guilt trip women because they ain't got it. When a man, is running out of money, then he starts to try to hold on to his little ducats for dear life. He tries to guilt trip. Some men do this. They try to make the woman feel bad for wanting things. Don't do that. Because I'm going to tell you, the vagina tightens up. And I don't mean in a good way. I mean like it shrivels up for you. They don't want, like the chances of having sex at that point when you're telling a woman no, or trying to make her feel like she needs to stop wanting so much, she doesn't want to have sex with you. Okay, let's just put it like that. It's a tightening process. I'm not talking about Kegels. I'm talking about, your chances of sex are much lower when you say no, okay? Because a lot of men know that women are empathetic creatures. They use empathy, and a lot of men like to use that. They know that you're going to feel sorry for them. if you're not smart enough to not feel sorry for them as a woman. And they're like, oh, I don't have enough for dinner. You know, I don't have enough money for us going out tonight. You know, maybe we should just cook something, or maybe you can cook something, or and they want you to feel bad about that. You always want to go out to eat. Yeah, I do, and you don't want to go out to eat. You know, that's the kind of woman I am. I'm not about to cook. We're gonna be two hungry people, ain't we? You know. So, you know, men like to guilt trip women for, you know, wanting jewelry or some clothes, some new shoes, or even wanting their nails done. They want to guilt trip you, you know. I hate that. Another thing is, you know, I can't stand when a man wants you to wait for something. You know, they want you to wait for what you ask for. It's like they don't really want you to ask for certain things. But if you do ask for them, that's their power. They're going to use that over your head, you know, as something that they can use to draw out or like lead you on until that day to get that work, you know. Certain things, you know, certain material things that women want. It's not right to be like, well, just give me a month or two and I'll get it for you, and then expect sex. Give me a month or two, okay? I don't think that's fair, you know. If you're running out of money, you need to go make some more. Money's abundant, okay? Because if I gotta go get it, I'm not coming back, you know. That clearly means I don't need you. Now, women are very eligible, you know, to make a lot of money, you know, but not the chances, but the risk of a woman going to go make her own money it's a risky thing, because she's going to realize once she gets that money on her own that she doesn't need you. Why am I with you? What is the point? Now, if I want, you know, a down payment for a car, if I want a sewing machine, you know, or if I want some jewelry that my eye just can't stop staring at, if I want something and I ask, even if I don't ask or I insinuate and you know that I want it, and you say, well, you know, if you just wait 2 months for it, you know, it'll come to you, I'll get it for you. And I'm not really impatient and I go to work to go get it, I'm going to be like, well, what else can I get, you know, with my money that I made by myself? And then I'm going to realize that I don't need to be with a man who can't afford what I want. Okay? Like, if I can make the money for the sewing machine, for the down payment for the car, and for the jewelry on my own, and I'm used to living in that manner, and you don't want to give it to me, A, or B, can't afford to get it, but still want sex, then we have a problem. I need to be with somebody else that has more money than you. Okay? Security. Okay? Women want security. I know I do. Okay? I don't want to be sitting around waiting. That shit is annoying. I don't want to just sit down and be waiting, counting the days, and looking at a calendar, you know, just waiting like it's about to be Christmas for something that costs $150. Are you serious? I can clearly go get that on my own. Because if you're not willing to get a second job, or get a job, or, you know, sell something that is worth that or equal to that, then we have a problem. I'm not happy with that. You know, I want you to go get it for me, because Because if you don't go get it, then, and you're telling me that I shouldn't go get it, then you're denying me what I deserve. I deserve X, Y, and Z, and, I want you to go get it for me. Because you don't have a problem coming to me and asking me for sex. Or, wanting me to be all in your bed all the time, waiting for you so that you can have sex with me whenever you want it. But I can't get what I want, okay? I can't get what you would consider a big ticket item. Please. So, women want security. Security. We don't want for a man to think it's okay to get us pregnant, with no ring, no conversation about a ring, no conversation about being on a lease or a mortgage or deed, no conversation, okay? There should be multiple conversations before there's even, a baby even being thought about, okay? And it doesn't have to be on just the woman's behalf. Stop trying to trick women, okay? Because men know that once you get the woman pregnant, it's like putting her in a jar. Putting the top on. It's like catching a fairy in a jar, I don't like that. Men try to get women pregnant so that they can keep them. I was on Facebook recently, and some man that I knew from before that I was having sex with a long time ago said to me, I should have got you pregnant. And his reasoning was so that we could have bonded more, been together more. Not, I should have married you, not anything in that nature, but it's so that he could have kept me. He liked how I feel. He likes how I felt to him or whatever, sexually. He likes, and that's past tense, I don't know why I'm saying likes. He liked, what I had to offer, okay? And that's not fair to women at all. You don't get a woman pregnant because you want to keep her, okay? Because a child comes from that. I think that anytime a woman goes on a date, she needs to have her own box of condoms. Different sorts, different kinds. We don't know what size you are, but a multiple box, a box with multiple sizes. In their purse, in our purse, because men like to pull that, oh, I don't have a condom bull crap, and then the next thing you know, you're at the child support office, okay? It's not trendy, it's not tradition to get a woman pregnant and leave her, Some men get women pregnant and leave them in their minds before they even get the woman pregnant, if you know what I mean. It's a thought, it's an intent. I'm gonna get this woman pregnant, and then, she'll come back. We're gonna have a baby. I ain't gonna be there. She'll come back though. I get to see the baby sometimes. I just want to see what the baby look like. We're not science experiments, okay? We're not guinea pigs because you want to see what this plus this looks like or equals. I can't stand that, Women want a secure man. That's why a lot of women are going for older men, okay? Younger women are going for older men, and I suggest every woman get an old man, okay? When I say old, though, I mean, not damn near his grave, obviously, but if you can get that, get that. Get that. Get that with some documents quickly. But if you can get an older man that has more sense and has more respect for women, get with an older dude, okay? It don't matter, who you with right now. Like, it don't matter how much they claim in you, because I'm sure they claim another person. It don't matter how much they want you, how much they're saying, oh, we gonna get married, blah, blah, blah. When? When is this? When is this date that you speak of, okay? And where's the ring at? It don't matter how much they try to, first of all, negate that conversation, but it doesn't matter how much they try to just basically put a claim on you, without paying the fucking taxes. Excuse me. You know, it's like buying a big pretty house and you ain't got the money for the taxes, or you haven't set up the bill payment for the taxes or whatever. You're not ready for this big pretty house, okay? This big pretty brick house. You don't have the monetary compensation or the funds to keep this house, okay? You don't have it. So, you know, a lot of women are getting with older men for security. At the end of the day, you know, I'm 33. You know, my significant other is 45. But even he, you know, I'm watching him with a magnifying glass right now, because there's certain things that I want, and I'm just looking like, okay, so you want a time in the boo boo. I don't know, you know, you think I'm gonna just stick around because you think you cute at 45, because that doesn't mean anything to me. You know, at the end of the day, I love myself more than I love anybody, okay? Because I know that me loving somebody generates from me loving myself, okay? I can't love anybody if I don't love me, and I've learned to love me, and so I put myself first. So at the end of the day, you know, I'll give somebody the benefit of the doubt, you know, but only to a certain extent. You're not gonna keep getting passes. You know, you get to say what you gotta say. I'm gonna pay attention, I'm gonna listen, but if I'm not getting what I want in a certain time frame, don't think you're gonna wipe this, because you're not. No matter, you're showing me who you are right now. You know, it's a lot of things that men show you who they are. You know, they show you exactly who they are. You know, in certain signs, you just gotta pay attention to them, to those signs. Pay attention to the red flags, okay? There's certain things that men do, you know, that are not supposed to be dismissed, such as punching a table and making a hole, punching a wall and making a hole because they mad about something. It don't matter what they mad about, okay? That shows you that they like to punch or harm. Because that table or that wall clearly can't hit them back. You know, so people show you who they are with their conversations, you know, and it's good to be straight up. You know, be straight up with certain things. Be upfront and honest to a degree. Don't be so honest. Lie a little bit, but don't be overboard with the honesty. But you know, let people know what you want. I'm the person who likes to go out shopping. I have businesses that I'm attending to, and I'm looking for somebody to keep it up. If I'm not working, you gotta be doing something to bring an income in, and that means that you need to be making sure that I have what I need. Because if you're not, I'm not gonna be around for too long, okay? I might act like I will, but I trust and believe I will be out the door quickly. Or not even quickly, but you will think it's something else, and I won't come back, okay? Because I want what I want. My standards are what they are, and I don't like to get with men who think that, you know, women should lower their standards because they got with somebody. You know, I was with somebody and I was always getting my nails done. They stopped getting my nails done for me. You know, after a while, starting to convince me that I didn't need them done. I need them done, sweetie. What are we doing here? You're not getting them done? I don't think that I need to be here then. There's just certain things that I need. You can't handle those things, then I need to go. You know, or you can't put money in my account. I need to go. You can't handle, you know. It's all about the big picture though, to be honest. Like whatever your big picture is, if something's happening later on down the line and you can foresee some great big benefit, then keep a goal, you know, and that's fine. You know, bite the bullet for right now, but keep your goals in mind. Don't let some man make you lose your standards or make you think that you don't deserve certain things when you do. You know, and it's not right. You know, because they think they deserve your vagina, and that's off of McDonald's. You know, which I don't eat. I don't go to fast food restaurants. I don't eat nothing that ain't prepared in some kitchen that I can research the cook, the chef. Okay, who is this person cooking my food? You know, I'm going to no places unless they got some name. I ain't talking about fast food. So anyway, the point of this video was to clarify, you know, what women really want, which is security. Don't get with women if you don't have security. That means money, okay? Money, a plush location to live at, you know, funds for further endeavors, funds for vacations, funds for shopping, extra funds because you just have extra money to spend. Keeping her happy is important, okay? If you can't keep a woman happy, you don't need to be with one because hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, okay? Don't piss a woman off. They don't call it Mother Nature or Mother Earth for nothing. Trust and believe. Like, women are powerful when they mad. You know, you mess around and get a woman pregnant and wonder why all of a sudden your car won't start, or all of a sudden the IRS is after you, or all of a sudden all your hair falling out. You know, all of a sudden you got to go completely bald, or all of a sudden you got you know, some issues at work. You know, you got fired, or you know, don't mess with no women if you ain't got what. Don't play. Don't even play. You know, don't play. I can't stress that enough. You don't want to play with women, okay? Have your plan ready. Excuse me. Have your plan ready. You know, have the success rate high. You know, don't joke around with a woman's life and her future, because a woman can bring life. Remember that, but she can also take it away. All right, that's not a joke. Okay, think about that. A woman that clearly can create life can clearly take it away. You know, do your research. So Adrona Charlotte, and I hope you liked that. I was answering the question, what do women want? And the answer is security. Thank you.